Hey y'all! What is up, my dudes? Today, we're doing a little bit of an art collab. The person I'm collabing with goes by the name CRUSTY on Instagram, but I know them as Sid. And how I came to know this amazing creative creature is through my art installation I did at the music festival. I ran into this one girl and she was super awesome, super rad, was vibing with her, and she was wearing this sick black sweater with this bleach cyber sigil drawing with sparkles on it. And I was like, dude, where did you get this sick sweater? Cause I'm obsessed, I can't stop looking at it. And she was like, this girl named Sid lives here and she makes them. And I got her Etsy and I ordered one and she made one for me custom. And she went freaking ham with the sparkles, my dude. It is in the daylight when it's not in shaded area, it sparkles so much, but she customized the hell out of it for me. I guess she looked at my Instagram and just like went ham with the sparkles because she knows I love sparkles. But I requested that she put one of my favorite quotes by Willow Smith on here, and it's remember your cosmic roots. And she also put my zodiac constellation right here and some other hidden things on there, but just check out the details. Like, you're kidding. I just love her flow. I can relate to it because this type of flow is like what I do with art too. So I was like, we gotta collab. Let's mix together, you know, me learning to sew and your amazing artistry. And what I did was I thrifted a pair of black denim. I got it for 50% off. I'm gonna take it apart, seam rip it, cut it up, and I'm gonna turn it into a bucket hat. And then I'm gonna take said bucket hat and I'm gonna give it to her and I'm gonna let her just work her magic on it and see what she creates. So let's do my first ever art collab, my dude. So we got some work to do. I have my pattern pieces. I got them from Glory Allen here on YouTube. He has some free patterns and video tutorials on how to use said patterns. I am going to take these patterns, which are currently in size large, and I'm going to make new patterns in size medium just because I want them to be a little bit smaller. And then we're gonna take those pieces, cut it out of the fabric, sew it all together, send it to Sid. We got some work to do. I already said that, but I'm gonna say it again because we got some work to do. Right, so I bought this. Where is it? I bought this. It's a little spur type situation. Basically, you take it and then roll it and it perforates through this paper onto this paper, so I know where to cut. So I don't ruin this pattern and I can make multiple patterns out of it. I was trying to clean up as I went and I ended up almost throwing away the pattern pieces I literally just made, and I like crumpled them up. So now I'm gonna take a iron and an iron board and try to get the wrinkles out of the paper. Perfecto! Perfectamundo! First pattern piece has been cut. That is what is up. Look at it. Wow. So phenomenal, I know. Alright. Moving on to the next ones. I'll be back after they're all cut. Okay, so all my pattern pieces are cut out. I still need to, I want to cut out some pieces for the lining. It is a reversible bucket hat pattern, but I don't want it to be too bulky with all of the layers of denim. I don't want to break my machine. I need to go in my blocks and find a lining fabric. But for now, I'm just going to iron these out to get the wrinkles and to make it nice and easy to sew. Found my fabric. It's from a t-shirt I cropped. Let's cut it up. something so rewarding about being able to give a second life to your clothes and to give a second life to clothes in the thrift store that might be ending up in a landfill. Fast fashion is one of the biggest polluters on our planet right now, and I just like love that I get to take a pair of jeans that somebody might not wear again, that don't really fit me, and turn it into a piece of wearable art or just something that I can wear every day again, you know? Give it a second life, a new purpose, a refresh. I truly am a strong believer that if we were to stop production of all fast fashion now, that we would have enough clothes and fabric to clothe the next handful of generations. Like, we don't need to make any more new clothes. We don't need to make any more new fabric. We already have more than enough. And I just love that I get to practice this and keep things from polluting our earth and to make something unique. This is gonna be a one-of-a-kind piece that nobody else is gonna have. This is the top stitch I just did. Okay, work. I'm gonna add some white top stitching to these little flap areas, and then I have these other flap areas that I'm gonna add some colored top stitches to. All right, so now I'm gonna add a pop of yellow to this because this is a collab. And as you can tell, I love color. And I'm incorporating this black because she likes to work on black fabric with her designs. But I want to add the pop of yellow and a few other colors later just to put a little bit of meat into it. You know what I'm saying? It's a collab, so it's gotta be a collab. Both of our voices have to be heard in order for it to work. So the top stitches came out looking pretty good. The tension on my sewing machine wasn't set right, but I changed it, as you can see. But the yellow top stitch just adds such a cute little small detail. This will be the band of the hat, and then this is the lining. And now we gotta attach the top parts of the hat. Actually, you know what? First, I need to sew a little top stitch onto this. So I need to do that really quick. And we're gonna do that in yellow. I'm gonna do one more stitch line. I feel like it'll just add a little bit more zhuzh to it. Yeah, I like that. Fold it up so the corners match each other. Clip, clip. I'm just lining up the pizzas together. The little markers I did with the brim and the top of the hat. The top and the brim is together. I'm gonna sew this together and then do a top stitch, then do the same thing to the lining. Slow and steady wins the race with this part. Hallelujah! Got through that part, now I get to do it again! Yay! Flip it inside out. Just to look at it. Serve! It's coming together! It's coming together! Fucking foot to the pedal, bitch. Why are we going so fucking fast? Make more eye contact with the camera. Making a fucking bucket hat. For a ghost. Could be making a bucket hat for a ghost. I don't know. Who knows? Moment of truth. Oh, fuck. I don't know. Oh, no. Oh, the top part of the bucket hat is done with all the top stitching details. And I finished the lining, which looks like this. Now, I'm gonna sew together the brims. And I'm gonna add some light blue thread to it to incorporate my three colors I like to use a lot in my art, which is blue, yellow, and fuchsia. Okay, now I'm making the brim, and I did a few more top stitches with yellow, and then I did a top stitch with blue thread. And so now I gotta put these together and sew them together, and then attach it to that, and then do the loop-de-loos. Adding a little top stitch detail to the band, little zigzag. As you can see, it's starting to look like a bucket hat. We have the outside part and the inside part, and now we just gotta combine them. Do that by taking the top one, or the inside and the top, and then sandwich, trying to make sure it's all laying flat. Okay, now I need like about 5 inches for an opening. This is the best part, to turn it inside out. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, I can't wait. It's taking forever. It's happening. Zaza. Bucket hat unlocked. Now we just gotta sew up the edges and then it's done. Okay, let's go. Yeah, thread that shit. This is the most stressful part because it is the part that people notice the most in terms of stitch detail. I'm really trying to make sure these lines are perfect and neat looking, just so that it really sells the idea that I'm better at this than I really am. Almost there! Yes! Period. 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 I just gotta do it like 4 more times. This is what pollution does to our planet. Okay, let's go. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah, we almost there, bitches. We almost fucking, oh yeah. And that's a success. I'm almost done, I'm so excited. Okay, cool, so I have space for one more, which maybe I'll do a white line. God damn it, why can't anything be easy? This project is a fucking, hey, no yank. Very precarious, important work right here. Oh, she's free. Things are making weird sounds in my kitchen. It's a couple days later, and I'm sick now. I'm pretty much done. Love being sick, it's so fun. I just love when the universe is like, hey girl, it's time to take a pause and to rest. And I'm like, but girl, if I do that, I'm gonna get anxious that I'm not being productive. You know, then I have to remind myself that sometimes being unproductive and resting is the most productive thing you can do for yourself. And then I'm like, okay, work. Come on, production. I guess this is my definition of rest, which is working on projects and staying at home. But at least I'm taking some medicines. But I'm done with the bucket hat. For the most part, I'm done sewing it. I do want to dye it and bleach it a color just to add a little bit more pizzazz to the situation. But here it is. She is done. Period. The stitching turned out pretty decent. You know, there's some little hints in there that shows that it was made by hand by somebody who's maybe not that experienced. And there's the lining. I mean, technically, it's reversible if you really, you know, like this. But new bucket hat just dropped. What's up? Period, bitch. I want to bleach this edge a little bit and then dip dye that white part fuchsia, and then I think that'll add a little color and more of me into it. I need to go get bleach, and then I'm gonna go do that, and I already have the dyes, so let's get to it. Got my bleach, feeling like shit. I really want to test how the bleach will react to this black fabric. I already know how it's gonna react because it's 100% cotton and it's black, so I'm like 98% sure it'll bleach completely white. But for any artists slash sewers out there, the best thing you can do for yourself before working on the actual project itself is do some tests. It never hurts. I mean, honestly, I don't even need that much fabric. I just maybe need like literally that much. So how I bleach my fabrics is I use just regular old bleach. I have like a million of these at this point, but like when I'm bleaching fabrics, this is the way to go. Here, let me show you. You can do so many different kinds of sprays. So like it has a mister, which can mist the bleach out, or you could unscrew it and it will stream. And then you could like take the squirt bottle and you could flick bleach at it, or you could dump bleach on it. This is my #1 tool when I bleach fabrics. I'm going to do, I'd say 3/4 bleach, 1/4 water. I don't know why the bleach looks like that. The fuck? There's something weird with this bleach. It didn't have a thingy to pull off of it. I think somebody opened this shit. Okay, that's really weird. Anyways, moving on. I've noticed when you're bleaching fabric, if you want the color to come out best, you gotta put that shit in the sunshine. Put it here, it's already turning, and then we'll just come check on this in a little bit. I'm sitting here trying to figure out, these are like all my dyes that I have, and I don't know what color to do. See, in my artwork, I do a lot of like light blue, turquoisey, yellow. I also work with like fuchsia. I don't really have any examples in here, but the idea was to dye the brim either fuchsia. I was kind of thinking fuchsia just to like switch things up because I usually work with yellow a lot. I don't know, man. This teal is kind of calling my name too. So maybe I'll take a picture of my bucket hat, upload that to Procreate, fuck around with the colors, see what turns out the best, go from there. I'm gonna get my sweater. I'm gonna put it on. My vision was, listen, I have the sweater on, and then the bucket hat could match it, but because like, you know, I don't really wear the color black, I love the vibe of this because it's so SID. I'm not scared of wearing black, but I love color. So I was kind of thinking like, okay, if I'm wearing the bucket hat with the sweater, I could dye the brim, add some color into the equation to put a little bit of me into it. So took my pictures, gonna send that to Procreate, get to working on it. I do kind of want to go look at the bleaching process really quick though. This is so fun. Best sick day ever. Okay, let's go look at the bleaching process. Okay, it's not really turning out the way I wanted it to. I kind of want to try one more thing where I just dunk it directly into the bleach solution 100%, see how that turns out. I have it just soaking in the bleach. Like, as you can see in there, it's kind of like, hello? So I think we're on to something. It is turning it pretty white. I should be wearing gloves, but I'm not. So who cares? Okay, I'm gonna take my piece of bacon and put it in the sun again. I set a timer for 10 minutes and now we wait. I don't really know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't bleach it totally white. I was just being a drama queen because look, it turned out white. I think the key was soak it in the bleach, put it in the sun, keep it out in the sun for like 20 plus minutes and it'll come out pretty much white. So period. Okay, so now we're gonna move forward. We're gonna go do that bucket hat type situation. Let's go do it. Bam. We're just gonna let that shit wash. I put it on a deep rinse. In the meantime, I'm gonna go into Procreate. I'm gonna mess with those colors, see which one I kind of might vibe with the best, and we'll go from there. But we're almost done with my half of the collab, and I'm just so excited to see what Sid creates, dude. She's gonna create some cool shit on there. I already know it. outside, eat my dick.
This information, I just heard that to make them go away.
After doing all of the color tests on Procreate, thank God for Procreate, by the way. I can do all the testing without having to do the testing. But the fuchsia, I just like the way the fuchsia looks the best. I think the yellow is just a little bit too much. I think the fuchsia just adds just that right pop of color and it blends in with everything else, including the sweater. I'm thinking about the fit totality, the entire vibe of the fit, and I feel like the fuchsia just really gives it that Now the teal just kind of looks a little, just ends up looking a little blah. I mean, it makes my eyes pop, but it just ends up looking a little blah. I like the fuchsia. I'm gonna go with the fuchsia. I use boiling water because the RIT dye requires that you use hot water for this shit. Now we take the dye and we put it in there. Now I'm gonna take my bucket hat and I'm gonna dip it slowly on the edges like that. And I'm gonna use, I forget what the word is, but I think maybe diffusion when water climbs up by itself. So there's a little edge of white. Gently dipping the edges. Dipping just the edge in the water. Slowly rotating it like a rotisserie chicken. And it doing that effect. And like my vision, I'm not really gonna try to influence her on what she should paint on it, but I'm just like envisioning that she's also gonna do her like cool painting like on the brim too. So it'll like, there will be white bleach that'll cut through this fuchsia as well. Like it won't just be up here, but we'll see where the creativity takes her. I don't really wanna influence it that much. I kinda just want her to flow, you know? The dyeing is complete. And then we're done, and then I'll contact Sid, and then we'll go to the next step. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Sid, this is Sid.
Hi.
They're gonna be taking over the hat and drawing all over it, but they wanted me to add these really cool spikes to it, so I'm adding them to the edge right now.
And they look gorgeous.
Yes. I'm hand sewing, and hand sewing is a very humbling sport.
By those amazing hands.
Yes.
It's officially been a whole year later since I filmed and made this project with Sid, so that's pretty freaking crazy. I can't believe it's been a year. Originally, I was planning on adding sparkles to the hat, but after we've collaborated on it and made it, I think it looks better without sparkles when worn with the hoodie. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Should we add sparkles or should we leave it how it is? I think it turned out really freaking dope, and Sid crushed it, and who would have thought? It all started with a pair of black denim jeans and a t-shirt for a lining. Crazy, huh? Thank you to Sid for the super fun collab. I have so many ideas that we could do in the future, and I loved working with you, and it was such an honor that you were my first ever artist collab. I think we crushed it, and I think we will continue to fucking crush it. Love you. Don't forget to follow Sid on Instagram. The fuck? Go check out what she's doing, what she's up to, because she's always doing and up to something. Fucking what the fuck? You ain't following her yet? The fuck? Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay, anyways, whatever. Bye. Ooh, kill him.
What about this one?
Ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him.